Hey, Driven Autism Dads, it's Kyle Jetzel. So today I want to chat with you a little bit about, I talked to a fellow on Sunday, I guess that was yesterday, and he felt like he was failing his son on the spectrum, like he was failing his family. And his wife had, you may have experienced this, his wife had called him out a few times on some things that she felt like he wasn't being as helpful as he could be in those situations. So we had a pretty interesting talk about it, and it turns out, I won't tell you his name, but it turns out he grew up kind of rough, and it sounded real similar to kind of my situation where, you know, you stood up tall, you were just a man, you pushed through everything, you were disciplined, you were hard, all those things that some of us grow up in that situation being. And he felt like he was failing as a father. He wants to be the greatest dad ever, and he's willing to work at it. And it was really a great conversation I had with him because we connected on so many levels, simply because he knew the most important thing he can do in his life is be a great father and a great husband. And if that was kind of his key components to his life, even though he had done well in the business world and was providing, he felt like he wasn't providing, providing financially, but he felt like he might not be providing in some other areas. So we had a good long conversation. We connected on a lot of different levels because I could see, his son is, I think, 6, and I could see myself in him. When my son was 6, I was struggling with the same things, afraid I wouldn't do the right things. I was, kind of felt like I was failing my son and failing my family. I kind of felt like there was so many things that I had not done right. And I just didn't feel like I was a good dad. And I really wanted to feel like I was a good dad. And so, it was a struggle for me. And it took years for me to develop the curriculum that I put together that now he's plugging into to kind of, ultimately you just want to feel like you're doing your best, right? The problem is we don't have the tools or training in a lot of cases to feel that way. We feel like we're like, how do he say it? He said, I feel like a default dad, right? I'm just a dad. I'm not doing anything special or unique or different to give my kid the best chance at living his full potential. And so, after a couple of conversations and we talked about a few strategies he could implement, he's plugging into our system. I'm really excited to see what happens for him. And I would be excited if you decided to try that too. If you've ever felt like you were failing your family or failing your kids on the spectrum, and you just wanted to be the greatest dad ever, if that's what you want to be, and you're willing to work at it, you can want that all you want. But if you're willing to work at it, reach out to me, connect with me. I want to help you, because that's how I feel. And obviously I know nobody's perfect. We're all going to make mistakes, but putting in the work and putting in the right work and having the tools and the training necessary to give you the best chance at being the greatest dad in the world, it is uplifting. It makes you feel like you're working hard at the right things. We're all working hard. The question is, why don't we work hard at the right things, right? And creating a marriage and a relationship with your wife that's top 1%. If your goal is that, to have a top 1% happy marriage and to be a top 1%, have a top 1% happy family, you'll want to connect with me and plug into our system. We got a system that's been proven over and over and over to do that. But you have to be willing to work. It's not something you can just turn on. The good news is most of us who want to be that are willing to work. We just don't know what we should work at. We can tell you what to work at. So that's my message for today. If you've ever felt like you're failing your kids or failing your wife or failing as a father, connect with me. I want to help you. There's some things you can do immediately. There's some tools that I can show you just straight off. They're going to make you feel so much better about who you are and what you're doing. And it's going to take work. So anyway, that's my message for today. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.